Welcome to Topic 1, Scanning and Skimming. Welcome to Topic 1, Scanning and Skimming. Here are examples of instances when we can scan and skim for information without realizing it. When we look at a map, we are scanning for a city or a particular road. We look at a bulletin board for an advertisement for an apartment for rent, for example. The cover of a book holds a great deal of information, for example, what the book is about or who wrote it. You might actually scan and skim for information before deciding to buy a book. You will be amazed at how much information is available on the tissue box. For example, how many pulls it has. Does it have 2-ply or 3-ply? Or is the tissue color tinted? And finally, the chili sauce bottle. Is the chili sauce Thai chili sauce, garlic chili sauce, or good old regular chili sauce? Learning outcomes. At the end of the topic, you should be able to scan for specific information and skim for general idea, pattern of organization, and point of view. Introduction. We go through a great deal of information in a day. Sometimes we read to finish an assignment or read for information. Example, when you scan the list of ingredients for a possible undesired item in the chili sauce bottle. The truth is that there is so much reading to be done in a limited time. Scanning and skimming are very important skills that are required in life. These skills help you get your work done quickly. Most of us constantly scan for information without knowing it. So it is not a new skill, but a skill we have not labeled as scanning. But why do we need these skills? To save time. These skills help us get to target information fast, leaving us with time to focus on other aspects of our life. Scanning is a reading skill where you try to find facts and answers quickly to specific questions. Skimming is another skill that will help you read quickly to get the main idea of a passage, for example, by skipping details, minor ideas, and examples. Scanning. What is scanning? Scanning is the act of searching and locating facts quickly to be able to find answers to specific questions. When you buy a ticket to watch a movie, there are all sorts of information on the ticket. You need to scan your ticket to find out information on either which movie to go to or which row your seat is at. On your left is a movie ticket. In this case, you need to be focused and know exactly what you are looking for. Example, which is the cinema that is showing the movie you want to watch? To be able to do that, you don't read all the information on the movie ticket, but instead look or scan for an area that provides that specific information, for example, which cinema? Cinema 1. Steps you need to follow to be able to scan a text. A. Know what you are looking for. B. Find subheadings or page headings that can help locate facts. C. Train eyes to glance over passage, meaningful words, or phrases in a sentence quickly. And D, time management is very important. Skimming. This is the skill of identifying general ideas of a text or passage by reading and moving eyes quickly over the passage. Here you do not have to read every word, only select certain parts of the passage to get the main idea. You also don't have to look for specific details. Skimming is a skill that will help you read quickly to get the main idea of a passage, for example, by skipping details, minor ideas, and examples. In other words, you will learn to speed read. Speed reading is skimming the text to get the gist of a passage. Knowing the patterns of organization is always very helpful when you skim a passage. There are 4 common patterns of organization, namely sequence, cause and effect, comparison and contrast, and finally time order. You may want to know, or you may be asked to find out, how the writer has organized his article. These common patterns of organization will be discussed in detail in later topics. Skimming is always an important skill to know. There are times when you may skim to find out the author's point of view. You always want to know the author's point of view, both for casual reading or exam purposes. Knowing the author's point of view helps to understand the reading passage better. The example here gives you an idea of how you can use skimming to find out the author's point of view or what the passage is about. The example starts with the secondary school at Kanga, Perlis, has school rules that are very effective. This sentence is a topic sentence. It gives you an idea about the whole paragraph. How do you know if the author approves of the secondary school's school rules? To do this, you need to identify a few important words. The phrase, very effective, at the end of the first sentence seems to set the stage that the author might be leaning towards liking the school rules. Other words, for example, highly disciplined, almost no gangsterism, and strict school rules, deterred and uncontrolled unforeseen circumstances, are all positive words that show that the author likes the school rules in the Kanga school. Note, now here's a good example to show that you do not need to read every word in the text to learn about the author's point of view. This is how skimming works for you. Another factor that will contribute to understanding of what is going on in a passage is the cohesiveness of text. All this means is a smooth and logical flow of idea. When you are able to identify, use signal words, identify heading and subheading, you will understand and follow how the author has organized his or her ideas. Signal words give you an idea or clue of the relationship between the parts of sentence and between sentences or paragraph. Example of signal words are given in the table. Signal words help the reader to recognize or locate the subject, the general idea of the passage, and the author's organization. This is very important, especially when we are faced with large amounts of reading material to be read before the next class. Steps you need to follow to be able to skim a text or passage. A. Think about the title and what it may mean. B. If there isn't a title, then read the topic sentence and the introductory paragraph carefully. C. Read the first sentence of each paragraph. D. It is often helpful to read a few words in the middle of each paragraph. E. And finally, read the last paragraph carefully, as a conclusion is where authors summarize the main idea. Summary. Scanning and skimming remain to be very important skills to be achieved in life. It is hoped that this lesson helps you scan and skim for important information. University students are expected to read many books, articles, or online information, to name a few, in a very short time. You might be going through 80 books, scanning for a mention of jackfruit, a favorite Malaysian fruit also known as nangka, belonging to the same family as the mulberry. This is where techniques of scanning and skimming will save you many hours of hard work. However, this is not a skill confined to students only. Anybody can learn this skill and use it. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. You have a good day. Bye.